No, most of my body's missing. Oh my gosh. That might be a good thing. Alright, hold on. Yeah, that's a lot of ceiling. Alright. Let me get the pop-outs. I'm gonna game 2C Bravo on another good show. Excellent show, actually. Oh my god, I'm getting voicemails now. Stalker probably is one, if I had to guess. Alright, let me get this set up. I better put Rumble, because they might be chatting and I don't even know what the heck's going on Rumble. And believe me, it's because hardly anybody does any chatting other than 2 friends, maybe 3 or 4. They all just lurk. Just saying. It's reality. Let's see before I even get the first comment on Rumble. Let's do a test. Alright, let me go live on TikTok. Actually, it was funny. 2C talked about that Russian plane. Yeah, I did. I actually ate. I made chili mac, and it was so good, and I ate watching 2C. Oh my gosh. But we were talking about something he brought up. The Russian plane that we saw coming down toward the Med. Well, now we know where it went. That was one, and I was watching the C5. Well, the C5 looks like it might be landing in near Riyadh at the base. Oh yeah. What's the altitude? So it looks like maybe it's coming into Qatar. There's a base here in Saudi Arabia. Right about there. And that's where it looks like it's going. Anyway, what's up, Red Bull? What's up, Nick? I'm so glad I didn't watch the game, Nick. I am so glad I did not watch the game. Thank gosh. Let me go live on TikTok. I'm so glad. I was here the whole time, pretty much. Streaming. It's pretty obvious I didn't see the game. Alright, go live. I don't even know what I made the title. Time to air. No. Air combat gaming. Time to sit back and chill. I'll leave that. I'm too lazy right now. I just finished eating and watching 2C. True story. The food came out so good again. Chili mac. Oh, it's so good. With melted cheddar cheese in it. Oh my god. You have no idea. I was bored with the game even with apple juice. That's funny. Anyway, so yeah, there's the C5. We were watching that earlier. There's the C-17. What is the UK doing? That's their tanker. I mean, they could be refueling stuff too for us to come across. Don't discount that as a possibility. The UK sending out a tanker to the Atlantic to help refuel stuff coming over here. That's without a question. Whatever that is big. What is that? Oh, what is that? Camp Springs. That's a government. Really? Interesting. And it's funny, yesterday we saw a plane heading to Armenia. Now, I was right. It was J.D. Vance. It was, I said it last night. Maybe J.D. Vance took a trip from Italy to Armenia. I was right. He did. It's kind of crazy. I guessed that one pretty good. Did you see the tweet from Hexet? Yes. Has directed energy weapons. The Department of War has directed energy weapons. Yes, we are scaling them. But we see what Tusi said? That they sent a clear message about negotiations. It didn't say negotiations, it said demands. We will soon attack Iran if you don't meet our demands. You know, they were doing a lot of talking. We're the ones controlling the narrative. We're the ones controlling this or that. Well, you just got the rug pulled out. The United States is telling you, you meet our demands or we're attacking soon. Doesn't get clearer than that. Doesn't get clearer than that to me. He'll be there Wednesday. He'll probably be leaving tomorrow. Netanyahu. I would think. I mean, do we really need to, you know what I mean, to know their schedules? I don't know if that's such a great idea. Well, he's leaving tomorrow afternoon from Israel to D.C. Not that that means anything, but sometimes things are best left secret. There's a lot of, I don't expect anything at all. I'm just looking. At all. But you see what Tusi also said. He brought up the possibility of Iran taking a first strike if they thought that there was something impending. I mean, could they be lured into a trap to even think about doing that first? There's so much to think about. I mean, we could sit here and think of so many different scenarios. I would go insane. Really. I mean, let's just say there are Hezbollah Iraqi proxies right along the Iran-Iraqi border, and we started targeting them, or Israel started targeting them. Would that create an itch-your-finger effect from Iran to make a move? Miscalculation? That was an excellent show by Tusi. He touched on a lot of important points. I mentioned a lot of what he said today earlier. I'm feeling betrayed right now. Despite Trump keeps saying help is on the way. I don't think betrayed is the right word, Nick. I think maybe frustrated, concerned. I don't know about betrayal because we have yet to see what the outcome of this is going to be. Now, if he made a deal and that was it, and there's no United States trying to get involved here in any way, even regime change or nothing, then they would feel betrayed. Then I would definitely say betrayed. We're not there. We're actually far from there right now, the way things are looking. So, you know what I mean? We have to remember, just like Tusi said, it took many months to prepare for different conflicts. Venezuela took a few months. You know, that's part of it. And I don't want to keep regurgitating what I say, but I think we're waiting for the second carrier group to get there. To be honest. Now they're putting something else out there. What else are they doing? They've been very busy today. The propaganda arm has been very busy today. Yeah, we know about that. Tusi mentioned it. A jet took off from Bushehr, southern Iran, to Moscow. It is the location of the Bushehr nuclear power plant where several hundreds of Russian engineers work and operate the plant. Now, think about that, just because they said they were concerned about that the U.S. and Israel should not attack the nuclear plant. But now they're evacuating their scientists or engineers, whatever. Could Russia have been given the notice? Listen, you really need to take your people out. Maybe the president had a call with Putin. Listen. And without giving anything away, you should really consider about removing the people out of that nuclear power plant out of safety concerns. He doesn't say that there's an impending attack or anything, just beat around the bush a little bit. You need to get your personnel out of Iran in the event that that is my option. In the event that it is possibly an option. That's all you got to say. But Putin might take that as, oh shit, the United States is seriously considering hitting Iran. There's got to be a means, a subtle, oh, it landed? I was looking at it earlier. Exactly. Nothing's going to happen until the weekend at the earliest when Bibi meets with Trump on Wednesday and they discuss whatever's going on and then determinations are made from that meeting. That's it. It's that simple. No one's going to do anything right now. Wednesday's a big day. I'm not trying to exaggerate it. It is a very important meeting between Netanyahu and President Trump. That is a big deal. Oh my God, I got to turn this back on. So, we could all sit here and speculate. That is a big meeting. Oh God, now what? Hold on, I got to mute. Okay, that's solved. Okay, so this is one block. And this will be number 2. Telemarketers, scammers, trollers. And they just keep wasting their time. Unbelievable. It's just like incredible. Hello, Ada. And everybody else in there. It's a good question. Where we don't know where the carrier is. Or carriers, because there may be more than one on the move. Just don't know. And I don't think we should know. I mean, the president has said it numerous times over the weekend. It'll be another large fleet is on the way. It'll be there in a few days. Can't be the Lincoln. Lincoln's there already. What's he referring to? He didn't say armada, fleet. Or ships. He said something like that. He said that on Friday during the gaggle. Was it on Friday, the gaggle? So something's coming. And like I said, we seen Tusi just now. I think Tusi laid it out freaking pretty well. And I would say, instead of me rehashing everything I said earlier today or what Tusi said, just go watch Tusi if you haven't seen it live. Go watch his broadcast from, what, hour ago? That pretty much lays out what's going on currently. Pretty well, I would say. Tusi TV. Update is a carrier group. So, wait a minute. So if there's another carrier group entering the Indian Ocean, that really makes me think, could it take a shortcut through the Red Sea into the Mediterranean? Because I do not see two carriers being in the same area. I do not see it being close to Yemen. I don't even know. I mean, would you send it through the Red Sea? Like they haven't done that before. Because of distance? Shortcut? Good question. I don't see having two there. I would want to have one in the Med and one down there if it were me. So, I'm trying to catch up what you guys are reading. Is the Wednesday meeting a smokescreen? Not to Netanyahu, it ain't. Oh no, Netanyahu's going there exactly what he knows what he wants to say to the president. This is, I mean, he's got to lay it out. Otherwise, he's going to have to consider taking action himself. The state of Israel. McCluster said no. I don't know what he's saying no to. What's up, Navi? From what I have heard, Clostis will move to the Med, and the other coming in will transition to Gulf. See, having one in the Med makes absolute strategic sense. That's why when it's in the Indian Ocean, I mean, maybe that, I don't know, that doesn't add up to me. I've been trying to see what carrier group has been in the West Coast in port in the USA. I wonder what happened to the Nimitz in Washington State. That's the one I'm curious. Bibi is there to tell Trump either you do it or I do it. I really believe that, Kevin. If you don't do it, I will. I truly believe that. He's been pushing this off for months now. Remember they met what was it, in December? When did they meet in the White House? Wasn't right after, it was the day after he met with Zelensky, I believe. It was a Monday that he met with Netanyahu at the White House. I think Zelensky was there Sunday. And that's when Putin claimed that the Ukrainians targeted his residence. Remember that? Then the president later said, not so fast. Like 5 days later, he said, that wasn't accurate. How many? It was only 3 weeks ago? That's it? It seems longer than that. You sure about that, Cluster? Decommissioned. Yeah, that's what I seen, that it was going to Washington State to be decommissioned. But it's in strategic reserve. So when you say strategic reserve, that means it could be used. Turning to bomb on 11th February to start everything. Wednesday is important. It is. It's the anniversary. 47 years. A lot of symbolism in that one. That is very curious that you just mentioned that. But technically, it would be Tuesday afternoon or Tuesday night here. That would be Wednesday during the day. The Netanyahu meeting is Wednesday, which would bleed into technically Thursday morning in Iran after the meeting. And I don't think anything's going to happen while Netanyahu's still in the United States. But that is an interesting symbolic date. Actually, Nimitz is not in port. That's interesting. Yeah, the assets going in is insane. It's unbelievable. It's happening now. The Super Galaxy just landed in the basin in Saudi Arabia. There's still C-17s all over the place. And last night I was seeing C-5s coming this way, C-5s going back. It's constant. Just checking. The Truxton is on the way to CENTCOM or South Sea, South China. I heard rumors that the Nimitz has been decommissioned. The commission has been postponed. That makes sense. That's what I mean. The Nimitz is the wild card. Just think of World War II when the Japanese thought our carrier fleet was decimated. We all know how that ended up, which is a remarkable account of history. That is unbelievable when you think about it. The Tripoli is on the way. I heard today 6 F-35s. They're constantly sending stuff. That strategic reserve, well, they may actually have to, if it were me, I'm sending the Nimitz to the South China Sea. And I'm bringing the other guys, the Ford or the Bush, I'm bringing it toward the region. But I need to have a bigger South China Sea presence due to the void of the Lincoln movement. I might want that Nimitz there as a reserve. Just saying. Don't get any ideas. China. And yes, I know all about the internal strife, what's going on in China. Things like that isn't going to stop Xi from doing anything if he wants to do it. It'd be naive to think. And that could be a game in itself. Make it look like we're all fighting amongst each other and there's all kinds of things going on. And while you are involved in look, half of your C-17s are in the Middle East region. You've put a lot, it's like pushing chips in front. You've put a lot this way. Oopsie. Taiwan. But that could be part of the Donroe Doctrine plan. You can have your Taiwan. Russia, we're not going to fight over this. That is NATO's problem. That's the European nation's problem. Don't interfere with our stuff. We won't interfere with what you do. Who knows? Western Hemisphere is ours. Who knows what the hell is going on? Meanwhile, more planes are flying in from Russia and China to help out the Iranians. Washington carrier is always stationed in Japan, yes. But you had two there. The Lincoln was moved from the South China Sea to come across west to where it is now. That's a void left. Do you fill that void or do you leave it empty? Just saying. We don't know where they are officially, but when an entire CC moves, carrier strike group moves, you can pretty much guarantee there's at least one sub lurking nearby. That's true. And there has been a Russian sub in the Med for a few weeks now. Use of weapons like that are only used if used against the U.S. first. We will not use a nuke. Oh, God, please. I don't want to hear about the nuke, chemical, or anything like that. Oh, my God. I don't want to hear about that. An intelligent man solves problems. A genius prevents them. Did you read that from a fortune cookie, Oreo? I'm messing with you. Let me see what else you guys are writing. Anyway, so, like I said, I can't emphasize more about that meeting between Netanyahu on Wednesday and the president. I have to do a favor to help someone from 2 to 4. I hope it doesn't happen between that time, because I will be very upset. Because I want to see if they come out, take a few questions from the press, say a few words, both of them. they may not take questions. This, I mean, it would be almost like a first happening when they're both there at the White House. But I would not. Would you be surprised, really, if they didn't take questions from the press? They just make a quick statement, both of them, and then leave together? I could see that. I could definitely see that. I hope they get the opportunity to ask questions, smart ones, not stupid ones, and waste time. I would hope, but I have a feeling we may not see the opportunity for the press to ask any questions to Netanyahu and the president. I'm just saying. Because of the veil of secrecy of the conversation and the content of. I may be wrong. I guess we'll have to see. They will be stone-faced, yeah. Because body language experts, you think that people in Iran, or they don't have people to watch that exactly for that? To try to get anything they can, words used, phrasing, body language. It's like super analysis of anything. Because that's what I'm looking for. If I'm looking for it, I'm sure the experts are looking at it for sure. If us, we, the public, is looking out for things like that, you don't think they aren't? Or are they too busy making AI videos and trying to catch up? Like Tusi said, that was priceless. I'm just gonna. The Harry S. Truman. I heard the Truman though was undergoing maintenance. Maybe they took care of it. That's what I heard. Let's see. Our first rounds will be stealth and naval launches. Oh no. B-52s. If you see them flying, someone will have a bad headache for eternity.
I want to go and give a kiss to my son.
Oh.
Yes. I want to go.
Let me give Mom a hug and a kiss because she's demanding one.
I want to give my son a big kiss. And my mom. That's my baby.
Well, maybe.
Ay, ¿tú como que tienes fiebre?
No, I'm sitting near that fire and burning, literally burning. Come on, let me go that way. No, I'm not hot. Well, I am hot because I'm sitting near that fire. I'm sitting near that fire. It's not, go this way. Go out.
Where do you want me to go?
Go to your room. I gotta go out and get something.
Boy, over here it's cold.
Get lost. Oh, that's what I was going to do. Shut this heater. That's it. It's too hot in here. I can't believe I'm saying that. It's too hot in here.
Wow, I touched you and you look like if you had
No,
a
there's
fever.
fire. I had the door open.
So I want to, uy,
I'm like burning up over here. Close the door, please. I'm live.
Taquito is over there.
Yeah, let him be wherever he wants to be. Just
No,
let the
no,
dog
I
be
want
wherever he
Taco
wants to be.
here.
Leave the door open for now. It's so hot in here.
Yeah, let Taquito
Oh my
here.
gosh.
Taquito cannot be.
Anyway, where were we? What did Jeff say? I think Iran will strike first and it will be messy. Could be. They're already talking about it. If it will be a strike, it will be when Netanyahu comes back to Israel. Yes. He's not going to be out of country when all this is going down. That makes no sense. It's not a good look either. Let's be honest. Nothing's going to happen till earliest weekend. You can lead a horse to work, but you can't make it drink. Oreo. Oh my gosh. They'll definitely find a way to ask Netanyahu. What is this now? They will definitely find a way to ask Netanyahu. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yes. That's that. It's all over the propaganda machine. I said this since the last drop. You have to see how crazy it is on X attacking the president. If you think what's going on in England with the Starmer thing, and that's a controversy, holy shit, what they're doing toward the president on X, the propaganda, and I don't want to get into this topic. Epstein is insane. Somebody said he's mentioned more in the drop than Harry Potter in all the books combined. I was like, wow, these people are just. So yeah, but you got to see what the Iranian propaganda machine is doing. I will not. I don't even want to bring that up because it's really disgusting. And Elon's thrown in there too. A little bit. We know why, because of Starlink. But they're going after the president hard with Epstein from the Iran propaganda arm. Holy shit. Don't take my word for it. Go look it up. Air traffic is slowing down in Iran. This is the time, believe it or not, this is normal. I say it all the time. This is not unusual. No sense looking at the military. We already went over this many times. You're looking for, and nothing's going to happen unless Iran does something. It's not unusual. I'm also wondering if it is wise for Bibi to come with constant threat. That's an interesting point. If you think Iran could, but to see the timing, it's unpredictable. If you thought there was some type of an imminent attack on Israel coming, he does not leave that country. I agree with that. Stress will do that to you. One of the best things you can do to start a routine that you can do daily helps your mind keep busy. He's not going to abandon his country and not be there if he thought there was an imminent attack on Israel. There's no way. As a leader, that is not good. So absolutely not. He will not leave Israel. If he thought there was something imminent, that there was a viable threat that Iran was about to strike, he's going nowhere. They could make a phone call. They could do Zoom. They could do anything else. But he ain't coming here and being away from home with a threat. Bibi leaves and they strike. What? No, worst case scenario. Bibi leaves, once he leaves, and they strike for him to come back to nothing, as they would put it. I mean, that definitely could happen. He could. You need to leave the room because I'm not in the mood for you to interrupt me tonight. What thing is in his mouth now?
Something with cream in there.
All right. I really want to relax tonight, Mom.
No, we gotta relax, but we
Okay.
got to protect this dog.
It can't be always. I can't. I can't relax with this. You have no idea. I can't relax. Yeah, they could wait till he even gets here. He could be here and do it, knowing that he's confirmed to have landed in DC area tomorrow. Because I heard he's traveling tomorrow to come for the meeting for Wednesday. That could happen. Wait till he gets here. That makes more sense if that were to happen. That makes more sense. He is not leaving Israel. It's a trick. Well, we'll find out Wednesday if there's a hologram of Bibi Netanyahu meeting with President Trump, or maybe they're both holograms and it's all a trick, like a Jedi mind trick. Or it could be simply a ploy to make them believe it's going to happen, and something else happens otherwise. This meeting was pushed up a week. It was scheduled for actually next week. Netanyahu wants to talk to the president now, before he even thinks about sitting down again. Well, not he, but his negotiators with Iran, and wants to set it straight. If you don't bring up the missile program, specifically, that's the number one. Proxies and all the other. If you don't do something about it, and you're going to prolong this, and you're going to stall, maybe you're stalling for your own personal reasons, for the military, whatever it is, we're not waiting no more. If you don't act, we're going to have to act unilaterally to take care of this. You told me, whatever, how many weeks ago, when we had the meeting in the White House, they talked about the ballistic missile program of Iran. And it looks like he was told to hang on, wait. Netanyahu's not waiting. He's waited long enough. I'm telling you, he's been itching to hit there, and he's probably right. Because if he would have done damage months ago, we probably wouldn't be having this conversation. Going after their ballistic missile facilities, programs, everything. They had him by the cojones. They really had Iran by the balls. I'm just going to say it during the 12-day. Like Tusi said, after 2 days, they were just like looking for targets. They had air superiority. They could have hit anything. They could have annihilated a lot of the IRGC locations. Israel had free reign over the skies of Iran. Mistake. That was the mistake. In my opinion, big mistake. They should have took out as much as they possibly could have. Holograms would be awesome. I do. All right, which one says worked over year, heart wrenching every little froze up. Okay. But he went to Washington for a few weeks ago. Why is he not just calling? Maybe he wants to look the president in the face and tell him right to his face instead of a phone call. That's what men do, and women. Eye-to-eye contact. I want you to pay attention to what I'm saying to you right here, right now. Not a phone call, not through a camera, face-to-face. If you don't do something about this, and you negotiate strictly on their nuclear, and you don't put the missile program on the table, then, Mr. President, I have to look out for the best interests of my country. And we had the discussion before about, and the intelligence shared about their ballistic missile program. I'm going to have to make a move. I'm going to have to do something to protect my people. You know? Who knows? Hi, Carla. Bill, maybe Iran is refusing to talk about nukes and missiles because they want Israel to strike first so they can claim it was. You're right. Unprovoked. No, but... Oh, God, I can't. What is it now, Mom?
Whatever you're cooking, there's delicious.
I made chili mac. It's absolutely delicious. Go eat. Take a metformin after. Take a metformin.
All right.
Close the door, please.
Yes.
Thanks. My stalker's calling. That's my stalker. My phone identifies. Okay, or maybe it's a trick. Who knows? Let's see. What's your been about tonight's attack? Oh, the money that like Tusi said, they're gonna lose a lot of money tonight. There's gonna be a lot of money lost tonight. If you bet tonight, like Tusi said, you're just throwing away your money. You might as well give it away to charity or something. They talk every day on the phone. He's not going to Washington. Iran is thinking if Bibi is in Washington, there will not be a strike. That then surprise. It's possible. That's possible. Look, you are all bringing up great points, opinions, comments. Everything you guys are saying is possible, except for, some of the other loony bin stuff that pops in there from time to time. Eh, Speculation is rampant. We can all sit here for hours and hours and hours thinking of different scenarios, hypothesizing what could happen, what might happen, what should happen. It makes for an interesting conversation. It does. Let's see. Just checking out what you guys are saying. My plan is to game here, I wanted to pretend. I just wanted to pretend I'm a pilot. Good luck with that. Oh, shit. I just got hit on TikTok for 10 minutes. What did I say? Did I slip? See, this is what happens when I go on TikTok. This is what happens, and I just talk. I just got restricted for 10 minutes. I don't remember what I said. Oh, that's too funny. It will happen when you don't expect it. Well, I think Iran is expecting it to happen at any given moment. I don't think the element of surprise is really going to matter right now with them. It's been made clear that they can't trust us. They think it's all deception. They're already on guard. They think everything we do is to deceive. I mean, how much real surprise are you going to get? Really? I mean, the tension must be so thick. At Petros, it could happen. Just imagine everyone is expecting nothing to happen because Bibi will go to Washington. From nowhere, the airspace starts closing. Look, they could even pretend and send up a flight heading to Washington. Doesn't mean he's on it. They could play it all out. Play it out completely. I'm sure Bibi has... it's almost like a spy thriller. Make it look like he got on the plane, but he's not really on the plane. Maybe in the limo that's darkened, there's a lookalike. Bibi goes in the limo from certain angles that can only be seen. The lookalike walks up into the plane and in without turning around or seeing the face. Everybody thinks it's Netanyahu, but it's not. I mean, really, anything is possible. I'm thinking like Clancy movies right now. Many getting black or worn with suspensions. But maybe that's happening, but they're sure not getting suspensions on X coming from the Iranian propaganda machine regarding Epstein. It's sick. They're actually showing photos, some which I know are definitely fake. They're not stopping them. Elon should be on that. Elon should really be on that, in my opinion. And I'm not going to share it. I don't want to, that's nothing I'm going to get involved with because that's exactly what they want. Yeah, that was another AI generated video. What looked like Epstein was alive in Israel. If you've seen that one. Oh my God. That's what I'm saying. It's just crazy out there. So I think facts matter. There's a lot of crazy stuff out there. Let's see. Oh, what did Constant Gardener do? I missed it. Anyway, this, like I said, I don't expect anything in the next few days unless you guys are right. Wouldn't that be interesting? And also, what someone said earlier, what is Wednesday? It's the 47th anniversary. Everybody thinks Bibi Netanyahu's in Washington getting ready to meet the president, but how symbolic would that be to attack them on Wednesday? Somebody brought that up, and that's a really interesting point. February 11th. Just saying. I have to be careful because I forgot that I'm on TikTok. But I was coming on to pretend I'm a pilot. And either defending Israel from attack or whooping some ass elsewhere. That was my intention, to go into my own little imaginary world and start playing this stuff out. Oh my gosh, I don't even know what game I got in that. I think it was the one from World War II, which I had to swap out. And I'm drinking Monster. So I'm gonna get fired up really soon. Okay, let's hit this button. Yeah, that's Birds of Prey. That's the World War II game. That's not what I want to play. I want to play Back to Hawks. That one. This is some old 360 stuff. Can you imagine? Some old school gaming, but it was an excellent game for its time. And somebody told me in chat that Ace Combat 8 is coming out this year. Oh, I can't wait. A Shadow Tanker just refueled a CV-22V Osprey in the UK. Oh, let me go to this map. Let's see. I've seen a few of those in the area too. But the last one I seen wasn't in the UK. I forgot where it was, but it was a lot closer. Oh, I see a refueler in the air right now. Actually, I just seen another thing. Another super galaxy is coming. Another one. That caught my attention. This is different. But this just came in. That can't be the one. This is another one. What the hell? Another C-17? One is going back, one is coming. Really? That's a Clipper. This might be a Clipper too. Oh, that's a C-17. I'm checking over here too. In Germany. Another galaxy. Oh my God, they're still bringing in the big boys. Look at that. Oh, what is Russia doing now? I wonder. I gotta check that one out. There's the tanker. Where is it? Where's that Russian plane? Oh shit, did I just lose it? Stop. Come on. The Russian Federation. The Antonov. Oh, this one's gonna play a game. Another one coming in. C-17. Yep. Another one. And another one? Holy shit, they just keep coming. They just keep coming. And another super galaxy on the way. They're bringing in a lot. They're still bringing in a lot. Yeah, the Voyager's the UK tanker. I'll keep an eye on this on my one monitor one. Yo, is there a F-22? Where? You wouldn't see that. The one you might see that they always show in Qatar, but they're not showing it right now. Sometimes you'll see an F-15 or it's Typhoon over here. Sometimes you'll see it. A Super Typhoon or F-15E pop up from time to time. It's nothing. I've seen that like for the last month. So, but no, you won't see that. Who was that? Sports. But there's still a lot of movement coming in. Still a lot going on. And this one's heading back. A super galaxy is heading back. It's just cray-cray. It really is. And wasn't there another one here coming in? This one? Come on, load. Yep, another one coming in. One is going back, another one comes in. That is a big boy. So a lot's still going on. Yeah, you're right, Nina. It's crazy. But this is the reality. This is a massive, massive buildup. And it's actually remarkable in the amount of time they've able to build up the region. Like Tusi said, in weeks, when this takes months. That's how busy they've been moving assets. It's incredible. It really is incredible. The pizza chart? Let me check. I'm sweating. Can you believe I'm sweating in here? I may have to actually open up a door. Dokkan 4. Quiet. Everything says quiet. All 6 of them, quiet. Nothing. 0. Nothing. Maybe they decided to eat something different. Does anybody ever think of that? Does it have to be pizza? It's probably the easiest way to serve a whole bunch of people, right? Or maybe they got tired of pizza after the Super Bowl that they didn't watch. Oh, man. Okay. So yeah, basically that's it. I'm gonna check my posts for one last time, then I'm gonna game. And relax. They just don't stop yapping. In the past few days, a new type of missile was successfully tested by the IRGC Aerospace Forces. As part of national security considerations, this new achievement and other new military achievements will no longer be showcased to the public. Well, if it's anything like those mariachi band type videos, you're better off not sharing it. Because it's an absolute embarrassment. All right. As far as that plane that I was watching earlier and that Tusi mentioned, a jet took off from Moscow to Bushehr, southern Iran. Bushehr is the location of the Bushehr NPP nuclear power plant, where several hundreds of Russian engineers work. Oh, really? Now we know some numbers. Several hundreds of Russians engineers work and operate the nuclear power plant. Last week, Rosatom said they would evacuate their specialists from the NPP in Bushehr if necessary. However, the jet only has a capacity of 13 passengers, so I doubt this is intended as an evacuation flight. They just put that out. Let's see what else they're putting. And that's the only post that I pay attention to. Nobody else is saying anything. So all is quiet from Israel, the ones I follow. Yeah, I was just checking the Super Galaxy. Maybe they ordered euros. Oh my gosh. Or Chinese. The bad thing, when I eat Chinese food, after a while, I get hungry again. So is it that necessarily the most filling thing to eat? I don't think so. You know what I mean? Okay. I'm going to game now. So for all those watching, if you didn't see Tusi's last show, I would suggest you go watch it because it was very informative. He pretty much touched on all the bases, I think, of importance. So Tusi TV, watch the one that aired like 2 hours ago. And if you leave, have a great night. Be well, be blessed, be safe. But I'm going to now game and chill out. I gotta watch out for these messages. All right. I'm thinking, should I stay on the Tuba View and listen to some metal and fly? There goes my lighter. Or I don't want to hear my music. I really don't. I really don't. So the other alternative is to get off of Tuba View and book a face and just stay on TikTok and Rumble to game. I think that's going to be my choice. Because I want to hear normal music. I don't want to hear my stuff. Or any other stuff like that. So for those over there, pretend the enemy. That's what I said. I said that, Tammy. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to pretend. There's going to be a lot of pretending in the next whatever minutes. Yes. I mean, I could stay on here and just play the audio. Do I like to game like when I'm flying or racing? I like to have music on because I don't need to hear what they're saying. You know what I mean? 1 a.m. there. Go have a great night, Cluster. Have a great night. Get some rest. I hope Chaos is getting rest. I mean, I could do my music for a little bit, but I don't want to. I really don't want to. I'll do it for a few. The only thing is I'm going to have to shuffle it because I'm not going to sit here and stop and play my songs individually. I'm not going to do that. I might have to take a little PPP break first. Right, Nick? Nick, aren't you glad football's over in a way? Just as let's start baseball. I'm waiting to see the hockey. I like the Olympic hockey. But other than that, bring on baseball already. I'm ready. Okay, let's get this pop out. Alexa, dim living room light. Spring training is next week. Pitchers and catchers already. It's this week, the end of the week. This weekend already. Pitchers and catchers. You'll have baseball spring training games already in 2 weeks. It's crazy. And do we really care what happened in the Super Bowl? Not me. All right. I need to go over here and little break. Even though it was good to, I mean, I don't care. At least a different team won. It wasn't like the same old, same old. If anything. And that's a reach, even for me, because I had zero interest in that game. Zero. That's why I was here. Oh yeah, the World Baseball Classic. I honestly think that should be done at the end of the year to not risk injury to players for the season, but that's just me. That should be like a fall